The Weeknd, from Scarborough to stardom, the untold story. In the quiet corners of Scarborough, a suburb of Toronto, a boy was born with a voice no one had yet heard. Abel Tesfaye, a name that would one day echo across the world. But his path to greatness wasn't paved with fame or fortune. It was carved through long nights of struggle, moments of doubt, and an unrelenting hunger to be seen, to be heard, to matter. This is the story of the Weeknd, the boy from the shadows who would light up the world. And it all began with a voice, a bedroom, and a dream that refused to die. Early life. Abel Weeknd Tesfaye was born on February 16, 1990, in the bustling city of Toronto, Canada. The only child of Ethiopian immigrants, his life began quietly, yet not without its challenges. When Abel was just a toddler, his parents separated, leaving him to be raised by his mother and grandmother. From an early age, he learned resilience, the kind that comes not from comfort, but from facing life's uncertainties head-on. Growing up in Scarborough, a multicultural mosaic of cultures and sounds, Abel spoke both English and Amharic, navigating two worlds at once. Music surrounded him, the soulful rhythms of Ethiopia intertwined with the legendary voices of Michael Jackson and Prince. Yet, the absence of his father left a quiet ache in his heart. The streets of Scarborough became both a playground and a sanctuary, a place where a young boy began to observe, dream, and imagine a life beyond the ordinary. Little did the world know, this boy from the shadows would one day command stages worldwide, his voice becoming the sound of a generation. But the journey from these quiet streets to global stages would not be easy, and it would all begin with a single, haunting voice. The turning point. At the age of 11, Abel Tesfaye began experimenting with marijuana, searching for an escape from the pressures and emptiness around him. Music became his refuge, a place where he could express feelings that words alone couldn't capture. By 17, Abel made a life-altering decision: he dropped out of high school. Conventional paths no longer mattered. The future was uncertain, yet he carried with him one undeniable weapon: his voice. Alone in his bedroom, armed with nothing but determination and a passion for music, Abel uploaded his first anonymous mixtapes to YouTube. He had no fanbase, no record deal, just haunting melodies and lyrics that revealed a raw, unfiltered soul. Little did anyone know, these early tracks would ripple across the internet, capturing the attention of listeners worldwide, and laying the foundation for one of the most extraordinary careers in modern music. From a quiet bedroom in Scarborough to the eyes of the world, Abel's journey was just beginning, and the world was about to hear the voice of the Weeknd. But even as his music started to gain attention, fate had something bigger in store, a connection that would change everything. The breakthrough. By 2010, the music world was about to meet a mysterious new force, a voice that was haunting, raw, and unlike anything listeners had heard before. Abel Tesfaye had transformed into the Weeknd. His early tracks, What You Need and Loft Music, began to spread like wildfire online. Fans were captivated by the emotion in his falsetto, the darkness in his lyrics, and the authenticity that felt impossible to ignore. But it wasn't just fans who noticed. One of Canada's biggest stars, Drake, heard the buzz and was intrigued. Recognizing Abel's undeniable talent, Drake reached out, inviting him to collaborate on his 2011 mixtape, Take Care. That moment marked the turning point, from internet sensation to mainstream recognition. The Weeknd's haunting voice now had a platform, and the world was listening. A bedroom mixtape had become a global stage, and this was only the beginning of a journey that would change music forever. With the world starting to take notice, Abel had to step out of the shadows and into the spotlight, but fame would bring both triumph and new challenges. Rise to fame. By 2012, the Weeknd's unique sound had captured the attention of critics and fans alike. Trilogy, a compilation of his early mixtapes, showcased the haunting falsetto and raw emotion that had already become his signature. The project was met with critical acclaim and commercial success, a bold statement that a new star had arrived. But it was 2015 that truly changed everything. Beauty Behind the Madness exploded onto the world stage. Hit singles like Can't Feel My Face and The Hills weren't just chart toppers, they were cultural phenomena. Every note, every lyric, every falsetto seemed to capture the pain, desire, and darkness of the human experience. Grammy Awards followed. Headlines celebrated the rise of a new global icon. The Weeknd was no longer just a mysterious voice on the internet, he was a household name, commanding arenas, influencing fashion, and redefining contemporary pop and R&B music. From the quiet streets of Scarborough to sold-out stadiums around the world, tesfaye had finally stepped fully into the spotlight. But with superstardom came new pressures, challenges, and personal battles that would test him like never before. But behind the glittering fame and sold-out tours, a darker side of success awaited, one that would challenge Abel both personally and professionally. Personal struggles and growth. Behind the glittering lights and roaring crowds, tesfaye faced battles that no one could see. The pressures of superstardom, relentless touring, and expectations weighed heavily on him. Mental health struggles and substance use became constant shadows in his life, threatening to silence the very voice that had carried him to the top. A pivotal moment arrived in 2022 during a highly anticipated performance at SoFi Stadium. Mid-show, Abel lost his voice, a stark reminder that even icons are human. The concert had to be cancelled, leaving fans shocked and the artist forced to confront his vulnerabilities head-on. But every setback carries the seed of growth. Abel turned this crisis into a catalyst for creativity. Drawing from his pain and experiences, he poured his heart into his 2025 film and album, Hurry Up Tomorrow. Through haunting melodies, raw lyrics, and cinematic storytelling, he explored fame, fragility, and the path to healing. In embracing his struggles, The Weeknd showed the world that true strength isn't just about success, it's about confronting your demons, transforming pain into art, and rising even when life pushes you down. Through darkness and struggle, tesfaye would not only reclaim his voice but redefine what it means to be a global artist, leaving a legacy that transcends music itself. Legacy and impact. Today, tesfaye, known to the world as The Weeknd, stands among the most influential artists of his generation. With over 100 million monthly Spotify listeners, and a record-breaking 5 billion streams for his iconic hit, Blinding Lights, his music has left an indelible mark on pop culture worldwide. But his story isn't just about charts and awards. It's a story of resilience, authenticity, and transformation. It's about a boy from Scarborough who refused to let life define him, who turned loneliness into lyrics, pain into art, and dreams into a global phenomenon. From dimly lit bedrooms to sold-out arenas across every continent, The Weeknd has redefined what it means to be a modern artist. His voice isn't just heard, it resonates, inspires, and reminds us all that greatness is forged in the shadows as much as it shines in the spotlight. Abel's journey is a testament to the power of perseverance and the beauty of embracing one's true self. And as long as his music plays, the story of The Weeknd will continue to inspire generations to come. The Weeknd didn't just change music, he changed the way we see what's possible. And his story? It's only just beginning. The light beyond the darkness. The Weeknd's journey is more than music, it's a reflection of the human spirit's endless capacity to overcome, to evolve, and to inspire. From the quiet streets of Scarborough to the biggest stages on earth, tesfaye transformed pain into poetry, struggle into strength, and dreams into destiny. His story reminds us that no matter where we come from or how dark the road may seem, passion and perseverance can light the way. Because when you find your voice and dare to use it, even the darkest paths can lead to brilliance. This is the story of The Weeknd, and the light he continues to shine for millions around the world. If you were inspired by The Weeknd's journey, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because every legend starts somewhere.